Hello everybody and good morning. Today is Wednesday, May 25th, 2011. My name is John Mike and I am your weatherman. The reason I'm doing this video, typically I do not make video posts because I just typically do text post online on the page. However, I felt like that this significant weather event that's coming into our area does deserve some special attention. Now with that, I'm going to be turning over here to my monitor, so because I'm not looking directly at the camera, please don't take that wrong or offensive. But I'm going to be looking at some of the data and trying to be able to show you all some of the data. I'm not for sure if I'm going to be able to work it into the video to get it up onto the screen at different times as I'm talking, but we will wait and see. Alright, so what in the world is going on? Just a couple days ago, I'm sure most of everybody is aware of the very massive wedge, half-mile wide tornado that hit Joplin, Missouri. It has now been rated an EF5, which is the highest you can go on the ranking of a tornado. And how do they rate it? They rate the tornado on the amount of damage that they see after the tornado is gone, and they also take into account radar signatures, but and the radar signatures can indicate wind speeds. However, they typically just rate the tornadoes based on the amount of damage and what kind of damage that they see. So with that being said, there was also another tornado yesterday apparently that might have hit just outside of Oklahoma City, that metro area. Of course, that area did get hit with a significant tornado in 1999. That area did. It was actually May 3rd, 1999. And that was bad. And of course, we just had Tuscaloosa and Alabama and Mississippi areas that were just completely ransacked with debris because of the massive amount of tornadoes that was out there. Alright, well, with all of that being said, we know what's west of us here in Kentucky, in southern Indiana, and south Ohio, up toward the Cincinnati metro area. What's coming our way? Well, exactly what they saw. I was looking on the Kentucky Mesonet's Facebook page, and let me explain to you a little bit about the Kentucky Mesonet network. What is the Kentucky Mesonet? The Kentucky Mesonet is a set of weather stations that are strategically placed throughout the state of Kentucky, and this is through the Western Kentucky University in Bowling Green. And they have students down there and other on-staff people that watch these weather stations, and they look at the data and etc. And they also look at the data that comes from the National Weather Service, and that is where the National Weather Service is the office that issues the severe risk indications of the day and etc. And I was looking on the Mesonet's Facebook page, and this is from a National Weather Service meteorologist in the state of Kentucky. Of course, the name and the office have been withheld for privacy reasons and etc. And the statement is, and I quote, "This is some of the most concerning forecast data I have seen in some time for our area, with respect to a significant weather outbreak." So I was looking at the maps even further, and at this point, it looks like that the greatest tornado threat, the highest one that they typically issue out of the Storm Prediction Center in Oklahoma, is going to be extremely close to the Louisville metro area, as well as central Kentucky. Ohio, there's still a possibility for some tornadoes, but definitely not as much as in western Kentucky, over toward the Paducah area, for example, Owensboro. They're going to be under the gun. And even the area of Evansville, St. Louis, and also, for those of y'all that are familiar with the park Holiday World, a Splash and Safari, that area of Santa Claus, Indiana, that's going to be under the gun as well. Um, Again, though, however, and I wish I could show it to you. I'm going to try to splice it into the video. Maybe I can, maybe I won't be able to. I don't know. Um, but this chart indicates just how close the 15% and then the 10% level, that's basically levels 2 and 3, I guess you could say, on the probability of tornadoes, is extremely close to the Louisville metro area. So, with that being said, Louisville, you need to be on the watch. Definitely, if you are west of the Interstate 65 corridor, you need to be watching today, because it will get very bad very quickly. Now, this morning things will not be that bad because the atmosphere is not as unstable. The sun has just now getting up, and it's about 8 o'clock this morning, so the sun's just now getting up. The temperatures are just now beginning to rise and creating that instability. But however, as the day progresses and this system moves in from the west, it's going to spark a lot of nasty weather. And again, I cannot emphasize enough for everybody to be on the lookout, watch the skies. If you hear tornado sirens, today is not a day to mess around with. Get underground as soon as you are told to, by local news media if you're watching that, or etc. Or if you have a NOAA weather radio, be sure it is programmed and on standby for the day. You're definitely going to be extremely thankful that you have one if you have one with you. And again, just be on the lookout for those things. Now, the overall chance for severe weather for the area, again, set up in just normal thunderstorm stuff, so that's level 1. It doesn't really mean much. And then the slight risk, which I guess you could say level 2, and then the next highest risk that they issue out would be moderate, or what I would like to call level 3. And for today, that is the highest levels that they are issuing. And again, the moderate risk is still extremely close to the Louisville metro area. But areas that are in the moderate risk area are St. Louis, Paducah, Evansville. It looks like Owensboro is going to be right on the line. Anywhere in those areas, and it also goes down toward the northeastern part of Arkansas, the extreme western part of Tennessee, which would definitely include the Memphis area, and then extreme northwestern Alabama. And again, this data is from the National Weather Service that I'm looking at and using here. So again, this is going to be an outbreak. It's going to be an outbreak just like they had yesterday, which was the 23rd, and it's going to be fast paced. So again, I cannot emphasize enough for everybody to be on the lookout today, be on watch, because this is going to be a crazy day. It's going to be a day that might or might not go down in history books as one of the most significant severe weather outbreaks that has hit this area of Kentucky, southern Indiana, extreme southwestern Ohio, Missouri, Illinois, Tennessee, and also Arkansas, Alabama area. This could be one of the more severe weather outbreaks that we have seen in quite some time. Just to give an indication of when the, I guess you could say, last real big, significant weather outbreak hit this area, it was back in 1974, and there was over, I do believe it was like 120 tornadoes or more in the state of Kentucky alone, and all of them were touching down so quick that the National Weather Service at that time could barely keep up. However, thanks to the significant improvement in technology, the National Weather Service is able to keep up on these storms. Oh, pardon me. And also to be able to track the tornadoes and where they are going, and also to be able to see how strong they are. So again, everybody keep on watch. I care for you all, and if I feel it is necessary later on today after I get off work, I will post another video and update you all even more about what is going to be happening here in the Kentuckiana area. So in the meantime, stay safe, keep an eye on the skies, and if told that there is a tornado warning issue for your area or a tornado has been spotted on the ground, get underground immediately, get under something extremely heavy, cover your head, and also keep away from windows because you definitely do not want broken glass coming in on you and potentially injuring you. So with that, just remember those tips and keep an eye on the weather, and I will keep y'all up to date as best as possible.